Hi everybody. Hello. Hi everybody. I haven't been live on Instagram for so long. I hope you can hear me. Uh, this is unannounced. I was supposed to be a guest. Hi. I was supposed to be a guest at JeMaja, but she had a situation at her home and she had to cancel. So I decided to come live on my channel and talk about the upcoming new moon in Sagittarius that will happen on December 1st. I really like talking to somebody, but I hope everybody's doing well. If anybody wants to have any questions, what is happening, Mercury is retrograde. Mercury went retrograde on the 25th, and it's going to be retrograde until December 15. Many things are happening, many miscommunications, many things are going crazy. And this is very interesting that I'm going live back on Instagram after a long time. I'm going to just shortly talk about what is happening with this new moon. We have a new moon in Sagittarius and 9 degrees in 33 minutes at 1:21 a.m. December 1st. So it's Eastern time, so adjust to your time zones. And this new moon is very positive, very optimistic, very enthusiastic, goal-oriented. It wants us to expand our horizons, to stop being so judgmental, to open our minds, see the bigger picture, look at the vision. It can also it's Sagittarius is about wisdom. It's about gathering knowledge. It's about getting to know things from your own experience, like hands-on knowledge, not just from the books like Gemini does or facts, right? Sagittarius wants to experience it. So everybody who has any placements between the 6 or 12 degrees mutable signs of Sagittarius, Pisces, Virgo, and Gemini will be more affected by this new moon. It's very good. It's in the Mercury retrograde, kind of in the Mercury retrograde season. So I wouldn't initiate or start anything, but I would set intentions to how can I expand my horizons? Where am I going? What is my path? What do I want to do in life? What is my truth? What do I believe in? It's very good to revise it because we have Mercury in retrograde in Sagittarius to revise those topics, and then we can do something when Mercury goes direct on December 15th. This new moon is part of the Lunar family. So this new moon is happening on 9 degrees Sagittarius. We're going to have first quarter on August 31st, 2025 at 8 degrees Sagittarius. So that's going to be like if you look at this bigger picture, if you do projects for a long period of time, 27 months or so, then you look at these dates. Full moon is going to be on May 31st, 2026 at 9 degrees Sagittarius, and then we're going to have the last quarter, the third quarter moon at 28th of February 2027, also 9 degrees Sagittarius. So all the topics that might come up these days, this season, you might see the final product way that in 2027 if you do everything right. It's very dynamic. It's very positive. It's very interesting. Oh, hi Anu. She joined as well. Yeah, this is my impromptu. I was supposed to be at JeMaja today, but she had a situation, so I decided to just pop up after a while and talk about this new moon in Sagittarius. This new moon is the ruler of Sagittarius is Jupiter, so the final dispositor, and Jupiter is in Gemini. So Jupiter doesn't particularly like to be in Gemini because he's all about big picture and how to grow and expand, and Gemini likes facts and details. So this is interesting, and it's opposing Mercury, which is in Sagittarius. So, and Mercury is retrograde and Jupiter is retrograde. So there's a lot of topics that might come up for this new moon are going to be probably revised later, or going to be finalized, or maybe you're going to redo them. I think this is just a blueprint. This new moon is literally in Sagittarius, in a Sagittarian way, needs to be like a blueprint, a bigger picture, and then you will finalize the detail, put all these details later when it comes to do something about it, because Jupiter and Mercury also, first of all, they are not in their own homes, so they're not very comfortable. But everything that Jupiter touches, it makes it bigger. So think about Mercury in Sagittarius. Mercury in Sagittarius is a storyteller. It's you know, if it's not placed well, it's not used well. It can be one of those things when you have this stories, how many fish did I caught, right? Like it can be larger than life. So everything that we might hear or everything that we might see, maybe we don't have information, or there's fake news, or there's not enough information, or which truth is the right truth. There's a lot of things happening with this new moon and this Mercury retrograde and this Jupiter retrograde and this Mercury, everything that it's not clear, right? And Neptune is also stationing to go direct, so but he's still retrograde until I think December 7th. So he's really like sitting on a place in Pisces, right? So he also gives us this nebulousness, or not seeing things clearly, or not having, I feel that this is all about not having the information we need to make proper decisions. So really make sure that you don't make any major decisions at this period, that you just revise, learn. I think with this situation, it's very important that we try to gather as much as information to get what is happening out there from different sources, to understand where is the information coming from. Is it fake? Is it true? In today's world, it's very hard to know with this AI situation and with this social media and everything, who is they're all kind of controlling us with what are they presenting to us. So your discernment is very important, and I feel that because the new moon is very hard, it's new seed, it's what we plant, it's what we plant, a new seed, and we're starting a new thing. But remember that moon is about our needs, and sun is about our wants, and how to combine those together. And I like it. I like that this new moon is actually squaring Saturn, and it's applying square, so it's strong, because Saturn in this case can give us some boundaries, some framework, because we can be really all over the place with this Jupiter and Gemini energy, very scattered. It's a very mutable energy. It can go all over and doesn't do anything. So we can stay in our ideas, we can stay in our thoughts, we can think that things are, it's very optimistic. So we can be have these expectations, right? So we have a lot of expectations with this, and having very, very much confidence. But then this Saturn comes and tells us, look, yes, everything is good, you need to dream big, but still you need to have one foot on the ground as well. So that's very important for this new moon. The good thing is that it's trining Mars. Although it's separating, trine is still very strong, it's just 4 degrees apart. So we will feel this drive and willpower that we can literally conquer the world. What Sagittarius is like, there is no limitations. There is, we can explore beyond our understanding, beyond our knowledge at the moment. So balancing it all out will be a challenge, I have to admit. What is else very important here? I think it's very good to Sagittarius can be very sometimes in their own, like believing that there's only that my truth is the only truth, and that my belief system is the only belief system. So with opposition to Jupiter in Gemini, we might because Gemini Jupiter in Gemini wants a lot of information. Jupiter in Gemini wants a lot of data, has all of these things happening, and I think it's a great opportunity, and especially with Mercury retrograde, to re-examine what we know, to re-educate ourselves. Okay, is our belief system based on information that is true, Are we sure about it? How can we be sure about it? What is happening? So there's a lot of questions. And Jupiter in Gemini, Gemini is in general like to question things. Why, right? So unlike Sagittarius that takes everything like this is it, and you know, it's my truth, this is what I believe in. But I think we need this Jupiter in Gemini to kind of maybe we should ask more whys, and to see where we want to go, where we're going to set our intentions, what do we want to plan for the future. There is also a grand fire trine in the air between Mars, this new moon, and the North Node. That's why I feel that we're going to feel more over, with the grand trines. There's a flow of energy, and when it's in fire, it's all about our spirits. It's about our motivation, our drive. I think it's going to be like we're going to feel more driven to do things, more passionate. It's our passion as well. But I'm afraid that, you know, if we don't take this with a grain of salt, and if we don't re-examine and understand what is happening, that we're going to go over the top, and we're going to have lots of expectations, and if we don't have the results at the end, we're going to be very disappointed. So having this Saturn square is helping us a lot. With the North Node in this grand trine, I think we are one step closer to our path and where we need to go and what we need to do. So I think that's good. I think we need this hope and a breath of fresh air after everything that was happening the last couple of months. It was very intense. It was very dark. So I think we need this, but we also need to understand that we need to have just one foot on the ground as well. So for this new moon, we also have Venus and Chiron square. Yeah, this can be. It can trigger some things that we, you know, like it can trigger some of our issues that we have from our past that are hurting us, especially regarding our finances, because Venus is in Capricorn. It's also about our ambitions and our goals, and what we desire in an ambitious way. Where do we see each other? So with squaring the Chiron, it can bring up some things from the past, but it's going to prompt us to action. So I think we are going to be action oriented to face them and deal with them. It might not be easy, right? And Saturn square to this new moon also invites us to plan things, to strategize, to consolidate. What is happening? What was happening, and where do we want to go? What do we maybe let go, right? Because this new moon is sextiling also the South Node and trining the North Node, right? So some things might come up from the past as well. What do we need to let go? And remember, the South Node is in Libra. So with Venus square Chiron and South Node being in Libra, this Venus in Capricorn is ruling this South Node. It's also maybe some things from the past, especially people in relationship might come up that were pulling you down and putting you down, and you know, they didn't support you. So you need somebody who will cheer up for you. You need your cheerleaders. This is all this fire, a grand trine, you know, in fire. Sagittarius is actually, you know, somebody who doesn't, who's not afraid to see beyond the small group they're surrounded. They're connecting with foreigners, with other people, with people from other cultures. To be open to understand others in a way, although we are not experiencing the same things as them, but trying to listen more. I think that's another thing that we maybe need to set intentions to be better listeners, to understand others. I know it's not easy. What else did I write down? Anyway, I think that's most of it. I was mentioning this in my other videos. With Jupiter in Gemini ruling this, in general, it can be all over the place. So choose two. Gemini is about two. So choose two things you want to focus on, want to work on in your future. Although you might have many great ideas, and although you might feel that you can conquer the world, I would still suggest that you choose to educate yourself more, prepare, make blueprints. That would be in general for everybody. It is very good and positive. But remember, Jupiter is still retrograde and Mercury is retrograde, and they're opposing each other. So there's a lot of things that will come up later that you will, it's like when you do a jigsaw puzzle and you have all these puzzles and there's still some missing, right? So the missing parts are going to come up later to get the whole picture in your head. So think about that. That I think this is going to be very energy is going to be really like that. Like you have like already this you can see the picture, but it's not all there. And then you're going to say, oh, I don't care, I can do this, and then it's going to come up later. I was missing this information. It was important. So have that in mind. I mean, Sagittarius is about going further, leaving the familiarity of what we feel comfortable, right? And leaving that behind and going into the unknown. Just I always think about Sagittarius taking a backpack, saying bye-bye to the family, grabbing, and with this backpack, exploring the world, stopping by the local restaurants, pubs, and meeting people, talking about, how they live, and to then comparing to what is happening at home. So but Sagittarius always takes something from their home, right? They have this belief system and truth that they are taking with them on this journey of life, and then just adding the other people's experiences to it. So think about it that way. Take what you feel that you cherish, but don't let the past and the family belief system and the conditions you were brought in put you down. Okay, so it would be interesting if you could have somebody to share this dream with. So think about who can you bring on this journey to share this dream with you. It can be interesting. Although it's very fiery, North Node is in Aries. It's very like a hero journey for this new moon. Very interesting. So as I mentioned, I was thinking, should I go, I don't know, maybe I should just quickly go through all 12 rising signs. Thank you, Renee, Josephine, thank you for being here. I don't know if I should go just quickly, maybe to all 12 rising signs. I'm just quickly going to say what's going to happen, okay? I'm going to start with Sag because it's their new moon. So this new moon is happening in their first house. So when you have every sign where they have this new moon in their one new moon a year in their sign, it's always about having the bravery, having the confidence to do something. Okay, so for Sag rising, it's important that they actually use this enthusiastic energy. Hi, Taiga. To use this energy and to actually move forward in the best possible way. The ruler Jupiter is in their opposite house, so there will be some kind of situation that partners might need to come with them, or they need some kind of support or information or something from their partners. This is just, I'm going to briefly go through all 12 signs. I'm going to go from Sag onwards. So for Capricorn risings, this will happen in the 12th house. When you have new moon in the 12th house, it's always psychologically in depth. So it's always about what is hidden, what do we need, where do we need to dig, what do we need to find, where is that spark, Capricorn spark, that something that it's not maybe visible right away, something that maybe forgot in the past, something, some kind of dream they had that they put aside because of their ambitions and because of their obligations they have towards family or in business. So for Capricorn's rising, and Jupiter is in the sixth house of everyday work and stuff. So I would think about Saturn is also your ruler, and Saturn is in Pisces, squaring this new moon. So you will have support of Saturn to still have you some kind of structure that you need, but try to find that dream that is lost, and it's a quest for the lost dream. That's what I say for Capricorns. Moving on to Aquarius, this is happening in their 11th house. I hope I'm saying this right. Yes, I think I'm going backwards. So for Aquarius, it's the 11th house. Yes, it's about friendships. It's about dreams. It's about future wants. The 11th house is not just it's an Aquarian house. Okay, so this new moon is happening in their own house. It's about how can we change the world we live in, the environment, the humanity. So set intentions about, how can you contribute to the society, the groups that you live in, and get something back from it. It's about friendships. You can revise. Who are your most passionate friends you want to take on your life journey with you? The 11th house is also about our long-term dreams and wishes and retirement, and thinking about what do you want to do when you retire, or what do you want to do in that phase of your life. Jupiter is in the fifth house of creativity, of passion, of big-hearted, of gratitude, of many things. So this is actually a very good new moon for Aquarians. Very good new moon for Aquarians. And Pluto just entered your sign, so it's an opportunity to transform. Yes, it's definitely opportunity to transform who your friends are, what is your future looks like. Pisces, this is happening in your 10th house of career. Pisces have separate Saturn for a long time in their first house. They feel more responsible, more obligated for a long time. I feel that with this new moon in the 10th house, Pisces are going to have an opportunity to change their work, to change, to do something completely different and new. Something exciting, something adventurous, and it's also a spiritual quest for them, not just a work. I think it's got also a personal spiritual quest for them. The ruler of Pisces is also Jupiter traditionally, so they're going to have a Jupiter in their fourth house of home. So it's about family, where they're coming from and where they're going. What are they? So everything I was talking about. What are you taking with you on your life journey, from your home, from your ancestors, from your parents? What is that you're taking? What is that spiritual spark? What is that motivation that you're taking, but you still have to go on? I think the transformation will come in your workplace if you want to change a job or something. Don't do it yet, but get informed, find out how can you change your career for better. So I think it's going to be it's a great choice, a great new moon to make great choices. And Saturn is still supporting you for the first house. It's going to give you groundedness that you need. So it's very potent. As I said, for all the mutable signs, it's very potent new moon. It can be life changing, right? So I know if you stay grounded a little bit, Pisces, just a little bit with one hand. Oh, hi, JeMaja. Oh, JeMaja is here. I'm gonna. I hope she can join.
Hey,
Hi,
yeah, I had a plumbing mishap.
are you
Well, I'm
okay?
okay, but my kitchen is flooded. Yeah. So
Oh,
yeah, so
so
that's what it's. Yeah.
Do you know what's happening? Neptune is just slowing down, and he's stationing to go direct. He's going direct on the December 7th, so just in a week. So he's literally, and
Wow.
when planets are stationed,
Yes, the
they're like,
strongest. Yeah.
they're very
Hmm.
strong. So that's Neptune. Oh no, I hope you're going to resolve this situation
Yeah, it's
quickly.
gonna be a little while because now the ceiling, it's a whole mess. Ceiling's a little bit messed up, and then they gotta get the plumber in tomorrow. We got the water to stop. That's the thing. So we had to get buckets and towels and everything else, and
Oh my Lord.
yeah.
I had a I had a situation when Saturn was stationed to go direct just last month or something. I
Uh
have a upstairs
yes.
tenant, and he was taking a shower in my kitchen. It was just,
Yeah.
I was like, what is happening?
See, that's what happened to me, I
Yeah,
think. Yeah, so
yeah.
we had to turn the water off, and then still it was still coming down. So, hey, nothing major is
Well,
ruined, but it's a lot of mopping up, and and then it affects each floor typically, so.
I'm
But
sorry
okay, enough of
to
that.
hear
Enough of
that.
that. People don't want to hear
Yes.
that stuff. Let's go on with it.
Yeah, yeah. I was talking about generally about the new moon, and I was just going through all the signs, and I
Okay,
started with
continue.
Sagittarius.
Yes.
I
Yes.
went Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. I just finished, and I'm going.
Okay.
I started with Sagittarius this time. I didn't start
Good.
with
Good.
Aries,
That's nice. Yes. Start with the
right?
one that's
Because
in. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yes.
it's
Yes.
their season now, so I thought
Yes.
maybe it would be nice to start with them. So okay, and then I'll go back if you have any questions at the end. I'm here, don't
Okay.
worry.
Okay.
So quickly. Oh, so now we are Aries. This is happening in their ninth house. It's all about so for Aries, it's very important that you definitely revise what you believe in. Who are your gods? Um, this new moon is happening in the Sagittarius house for you, so it's double whammy for you, okay? And it's trining Mars, your ruler, so you're gonna feel very very driven to do a lot of things, very confident. Watch out, as I said, you need to have one foot on the ground. Jupiter is in your third house, retrograde as well. You might not, third house is Gemini, Jupiter there, too much information, too scattered. You might make the wrong decisions if you don't really stop and gather all the information. So it's very important that you do that. But it's excellent, a great new moon to have your vision out there, to see what you want to do, even just basically where you want to travel. Do you want to go somewhere far away? And definitely to put your beliefs on the first place. Don't, because we as I mentioned before, we are conditioned from our society, from our parents, where we're coming from. We are bringing all this stuff. It's time for all of us individually to revise what we were
Absolutely. Yep.
born into, and to see what is our own truth, not
Mm-hmm.
somebody else's, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of, as I mentioned, these days with everything you hear, if you don't experience it firsthand, I think this is what Sagittarius wants to tell us. Sagittarius wants to experience everything in firsthand. And
Yes.
if you don't experience it firsthand, if you hear it from this one, or all these reviews, oh, this one is a review, I'm going to go there because somebody said this is good place. This is not Sagittarius, right?
Yeah.
You need to go there
Right.
yourself, even if
It
so.
is very
So this
Sagittarius.
is,
Yeah.
yes, right.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to kind of be like this. I wouldn't say disregard everything, but disregard most of the things that exist in the world, and try to revise, relearn, re-educate yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And this is especially for Aries important, because they can be very impatient. I'm just worried that they're going to be disappointed because they can have a lot of expectation with this. They're very now, so just
Okay.
be 1 foot grounded. Okay.
Yes.
Taurus, this is happening in your 8th house. This is a deep, profound house. Jupiter is in your 2nd house. So this is money. This is all about money, value system. It's our possessions. In the 8th house is what do we have with others. So what is, it's not just about, think about those deep, intimate connections. Think about taboo topics. What is the truth? Why do you feel this is a taboo topic? Why do you believe this is this the truth that you hear? These are hidden things. It's a very, it's a very secretive house. There's lots of secrets you might misunderstand something, right? This is all this retrograde, Jupiter and Mercury, misunderstandings, not having the clear picture about, especially if you have like money with somebody else, like joint accounts or stuff. I'm always thinking, or if you have joint business, money from somebody else, then you think, anyway.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I wouldn't go to get. Don't try. Especially with Mercury retrograde and even for this new moon, don't set intentions of how you can get credit lines or mortgages. Don't do anything about that. Think about more how to gather information to see about your value system. Jupiter is in your second house. Watch your spending.
Give me a minute. Go ahead, keep on going.
No problem. No, it's okay. Watch your spending, Tauruses, because you're going to be kind of maybe overly enthusiastic. Maybe you'll gain some money and then you're going to think, oh, I have money, I can spend. Be very careful with that because, as I said, you can be burned later. So try to think, how can you invest your money? The 8th house is also about investments. Don't invest now, but think what is out there. Do you really want to do Bitcoin? Do you want to go this way? Do you want to invest in this or that? So think about where is your money? How is your money invested? How can you make money from money, passive income, stuff like that? Just gather information and be careful with spendings. Geminis, of course, this is happening in your 7th house and Jupiter is in the 1st. So you have Jupiter in the 1st, you're feeling very optimistic and enthusiastic all year until June next year. Well, Jupiter is in your 1st house. But this new moon can be something related with your partnership, something also with your clients. It could, the 7th house is also legal cases, so if there's something happening, there might be some resolutions, or some of these things might be delayed because the information is missing. So you can be very fast and quick and not think things through sometimes, and make rash decisions as well. So make sure that you really get all the information the information that you get from your partner and clients. Make sure, double check everything. Mercury is also retrograde. He's your ruler. So be very, very careful. For Geminis, I would say just learn, gather, don't make any major decisions. It's going to be a lot. This is going to be a lot for you. It can give you anxiety as well. All this, nervousness, because it's going to be a lot. It's going to happen. It's happening with other people. So it's going to reflect You're going to feel this new moon reflecting through others, right? So other people are going to be involved in your decision making or something.
I see.
Yeah. Think about what your dream partner would look like if you're alone, or if you are in a partnership. Is this what you really want? Is this something? Is this partnership really part of your bigger vision, of your bigger dream?
Okay.
Okay. So it's time to revise that, Geminis. Cancers, Cancer risings. This is happening in your 6th house of your health. This is actually very good. If you have any health issues, you might find a new way to resolve them. Jupiter is in your 12th house, so I think you're gonna psychologically be stronger than you think. I really do believe that. I would take some dream journals. Maybe some things will come up, some information through your dreams.
Okay.
Just because Jupiter is in the 12th house. So just make a note of what you're dreaming. Maybe some kind of messages will come up from there. You might also consider getting a new pet. And pets are 6th house, right? And with Sagittarius, maybe you need a companion on your journey through life, right? Maybe you want, right? Some changes might happen in your work environment, in your health situation. Set intentions, maybe. Where do you want to go from here? Explore different options. Don't be stuck. See if you can find some. We always mention it. I like every new moon. For everybody who has new moon in the 6th house, I always try to encourage people to explore alternatives about about their diet and supplements and how they take care of their body. And because their body is a temple, this is a Virgo house. How you nurture find some other way of nurturing your body, literally through diet, supplements, how much rest you have during the day. Are you worrying all the time? So are you going to go to see a holistic doctor or naturopath or whatever? So I always encourage for everybody who has a new moon in the sixth house, at this times are Cancers, and this is Sagittarius new moon, exploring, seeing others. What is the Chinese medicine, for example? What is Indian medicine? What is, like this is exactly a great time to explore and learn.
Okay.
I mentioned it in the beginning that this is excellent new moon for all of us to re-educate ourselves, because lots of there's
very good word, very good one. Yes.
Yeah. So that's what I suggested. Leos, this is happening in your fifth house of creativity, of your children. There might many of you might, if you want to extend your family, you might want to. This is a great opportunity to really, really actually get pregnant, and I mean, or if you're whatever, maybe extended family, so think about children. This is a good time to conceive a child for this new moon. Also about creative projects, everything that makes you fun, entertaining. So what makes Sagittarius is also about joy. So think about what makes you happy, what sparkles your inner child. Where do you want to go? How you want to explore that? How do you want to explore this and revise this inner child and something that you enjoyed as a kid? Jupiter is a ruler. It's in the 11th house of friendship. So maybe you want to gather with your friends, do some brainstorming, gather some ideas. Remember Jupiter, then go forward with 2. But maybe you want to do some creative thinking with friends. Lots of things are happening. Fifth house is also a house of self-employment. So if you're thinking of becoming self-employed, you can just make a blueprint. So as I mentioned, this new moon is for blueprints, for plans. Saturn is squaring it. Saturn squaring this is excellent for because he's going to put us, into some framework, and it's great for planning, consolidating, and all this stuff, right? So it's very good for that. So I hope, and I mentioned we have a grand fire trine, so Leo is fire. Yes, fire trine is going to be between Mars, the new moon, and North Node, which, we're going to have. We're going to be very confident and willpower and have passion and motivation to go forward our North Node with this new moon.
Good.
We just need to be careful with. My only concern is because Jupiter is ruling this new moon. It's retrograde, and Mercury is opposing Jupiter. It's also retrograde, Sagittarius, and it just not having clear picture, not having the information, make this decision based on wrong information or false information, on disinformation, or it's just not. So educate.
And don't pull the trigger right away. Just sort of like yes.
We have 3 more. So after that we have Virgo. As I mentioned, this is mutable. This is happening in the 4th house. All mutable signs. Why is more impacted? Because it's in their active houses, right? So 1st, 4th, 7th, and 10th are the active houses. It's where things are happening, and we can see it in the outside world. So for Virgo risings, this is happening in your 4th house of home and family. What is your dream home? What is your dream house? Where do you want to live? Are you how do you say? Are you putting yourself, because Virgo, if it's not perfect, you don't want to go there. Maybe you should get out of your imperfection, out of your perfect mindset, and enjoy the imperfections. Maybe your dream life with your family doesn't have to be all like that, right? Maybe you can find some beauty in imperfection. Sagittarius is very sloppy in that sense, right? He just goes, he's like a really, he doesn't care what he wears, he doesn't care, backpack, it just goes. So Virgo is very concerned, like what are you doing? But
yes.
Take that Sag energy and enjoy the journey, not just the result, okay?
It helps a Virgo who can be a little stuck in the mud get out of their usual thinking and doing, because Virgos could be they can overthink Mercury. So we get them, we get that. But I think the Sagittarius energy will say, "Come on, let's be spontaneous a little bit. You know, let's do
Yes,
something
yes.
outside of our normal comfort zone." And as long as you don't overdo it with the Virgo, they'll do it. Don't make it too too much, and they may not do it if it's
I know,
too.
I know, this is actually very good because, especially because you have Sag in your fourth house, most of you have some kind of family baggage regarding your belief system already inherited in you, right? So
Okay.
right? Because you were born into like the Sagittarian feeling. Usually, most of them have IC. Not every Virgo rising, but most have IC in Sagittarius. So that means the ancestry, the roots, the parenting, where we're coming from. It's all coming from this Sagittarian energy. So you probably were born into it, and then you kind of accepted it just because you're Virgo and you don't want to, stir the pot. But this is a great opportunity to think, what do you really believe in, and what do you want? And Jupiter is in your 10th house of career, helping you there. So there's this family career axis as well. You can be overly confident and do something big changes in your career life. Don't make any major decisions. Mercury is your ruler. He's still retrograde. He's a Sagittarius. Use this for planning. All of you. You can plan your family life and how you see your family. Yeah, very good. Libra, it's in the 2nd house. This is actually very good to think about how you want to make money, different sources of income.
Okay.
And go and think outside of the boxes a little bit, like explore. Second house is about your talents and your skills. What are your skills? What are your skills that you can combine your passion and your talent and actually go and make money from it? Okay, so think about that. Jupiter is in the 8th house, so you might have some fortune coming from other people helping you on your journey, helping you with making money, helping you with sources of income, right? So for Libra risings, I would suggest that you make a plan of what do you feel is the right way? What do you feel that you need to do for this? Venus is your ruler. Venus is in Capricorn, so you can really use this energy in a practical way, okay? Venus in Capricorn is very practical, is result-oriented. So if you literally, think about this new moon as a project. When you plan a project, how you want to start, when do you want to start, just literally I'm going to start making money from this and this, in this way, these people can help me. Just literally do like a business plan. That's I would suggest. Venus in Capricorn ruling you with this new moon, make a business plan of how you can make more money and who can help you. Jupiter is in the 8th house. And last but not least, we have Scorpios. This is, what did I do? No, Scorpios is the 2nd house. Did I do something wrong?
Wait. You said
No,
you just said Sagittarius. I mean, the Scorpio. Oh, did you?
I missed
You
something.
might have flipped them. Maybe you did.
No, I did something wrong now. So what was I saying? For Virgo is definitely a 4th house. After Virgo is Libra, 3rd house. Sorry, everything I said before it was for Scorpios. Disregard me. I'll go again. 3rd house. I forgot the 3rd house. So Libra, this is in your 3rd house. Okay.
For Scorpios. For Scorpios.
No, we're gonna go back to Scorpios. Everything what I said before, disregard. That was for Scorpios. The 2nd house was for Scorpios, but Venus is not ruling them, so that's a little bit different. My mistake. See, Mercury retrograde. This is what happens, and yeah, Mercury ruled girl.
Yeah.
There you go. I'm faster. See, faster than light.
Gotta slow. Yeah,
Anyway,
just slow down. I'm sorry, and it didn't help that I was off kilter with this flooding,
it's okay.
and then my upstairs
I know.
neighbor's cat came down, and so it's a
I know,
madhouse in here right now.
I know, but I'm happy that you joined. It's so much easier to talk to you than just by myself. I love talking to you.
I know what you mean. It is nice to have someone to
Right.
a face. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go again. Libra, the new moon is happening in your 3rd house, and Jupiter is in your 9th. third house is about communication. It's a Gemini house, so it's a little bit opposite for you. But think about how can you expand your knowledge, literally. Do you want to take a course? Do you want to learn something new? Do you want to explore in your neighborhood? Maybe you want to connect, and there's a local community. They're having some classes or courses, or maybe you want to see who in your local community is from other places in the world, right? Maybe you can connect and find out something and learn something from that sense, right? Jupiter in the ninth house will give you some kind of enthusiasm and optimism and positivity regarding your big travel dreams, for example, or maybe you wanna do a master's degree or PhD or something, and then Jupiter, there might be so you can find a mentor or somebody who can help you on that path as well. And third house is also about, it's Gemini. It's about also, it's like a merchant. It's selling and contracts and a bunch of other stuff. So
local travel, and community.
Yeah.
That's definitely a community house. Local
It's
community.
because Mercury is retrograde going to that house. It's also important, you can have some car troubles or some stuff. So make sure that you double check everything. Like here in Canada, the Canada Post is on strike, so no deliveries, for like 2 weeks, more than 2 weeks now.
Oh wow!
There's no mail. There's no. They always do it before the holidays.
Yeah, so they can get.
Yes.
Okay, that's right.
So this is literally, you just won't be able to do everything.
Okay.
So just, as I said, this is not action-oriented new moon. It's more of a planning new moon.
Yes. Good.
Yeah, because
and that ties in nicely with the retrograde, because it should, it's sort of like, let's slow down and plan and reconsider, review, revise, and do other stuff and whatever, but not get up and just do it right yet. Let's just that's a double whammy. Okay.
For Scorpius, it's going to happen in the second house, so it still applies everything that I mentioned about skills and talents and finding the way to make more money from just your hidden skills and talents. And Jupiter being in your 8th house can really help. Maybe some other people can help you. There's some fortune coming from institutions or some grants or sponsorships in that sense. But the ruler is Mars and in Leo, and the thing is, it's going to go retrograde on December 6th. So with Mars going retrograde, it's not time for action, especially not for Scorpio. So think about investments and stuff. Revise your portfolios, revise your income, revise your sources of income, revise your possession, do this little revision, see what you want to go forward, but wait until Mars goes direct. So you have to wait a little bit longer. Mars goes direct on February 23rd, I think. So until then, I wouldn't do any action, but you can really make a good plan.
And then do your research.
And do your research.
And see how the stocks or whatever been performing. So
yes.
Yes.
And, see how can you get help from institutions. Like with the Jupiter in the 8th house, it's very good to think about applying from grants, sponsorships, people, like free money. Literally somebody who can, free money from.
Yes.
That's what I call it. I call it free money.
No, I like that phrase.
If you're starting a business and there's somebody in your government or some local institutions that are supporting women in business or minority or black women, you have to research because there's or this one or this or maybe this kind of industry. Maybe they're supporting doing if you do something in natural, maybe you want to do some natural products. Maybe there's a grant for that, because if you don't, so it's a great time to research. There's lots of their stuff out there. We just don't know about it because, So this, I'm going to finish up with this. And I'm sorry about Libras. I'm sorry that I gave you misinformation. But see, this is what I'm talking about. This is literally talking about misinformation, and I skip one house. Anyway, I'm going to just repeat because JeMaja is here. It can be this is very mutable energy in the sky. This means scattered. This means all over the place.
Yes.
With Jupiter ruling retrograde, with Mercury opposing Jupiter also retrograde, missing things. But we're going to feel, because it's trining Mars, we're going to feel very, very willpower, you're going to have a drive and passion to do things.
All right.
But the thing is, if we overdo it and we have these expectations and then we're gonna, like Rick Levine says, this is what this energy does. You have a balloon, blah 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 balloon, and then it pops.
Yes.
Yeah, right?
I recall that. Yes.
Yeah. So this Saturn, it's very squaring Saturn. So the Saturn will give some kind of frame so this balloon doesn't pop.
Right.
Anyway, overall, it's very optimistic, very positive. You need to speak your truth. Don't hold back. Sagittarius is also spiritual, right?
Yeah.
So it's about some kind of having this belief in.
Yeah.
So put it out there. Ask your gods, whoever they are, ask them to help you, because as I said, there's a grand trine with North Node. Ask your gods to help you. You have this push. Ask them for help and put it out there in the universe. Mm-hmm. What is your dream? What is your vision? How do you see your life?
Yeah.
That's it. Just put it out there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. How to walk your path and my journey in a better way. Yeah, absolutely. So that's why I said, especially with the retrograde, we're all on our path, but every once in a while it's time to stop as the planet slows down and stops, and let's see, where are we? Are we on the right path? Usually we're on the right path, but we may need to make some minor changes to it, to how we are walking it and how we're expressing it, or we need to take a little break. And like you're saying, let's do some research. Sometimes we're moving too fast. Let's slow our roll a little bit. As my favorite. You put that foot on that soccer ball and look around. Stop kicking so much. Stop kicking so much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And do it like that. And so this when you do move, when Mars goes direct, then we can say, okay, we're ready. Now we're ready. So.
Yes. I love what Fantastic says. Braveheart energy. Absolutely.
Yes, that is nice. Yes, Braveheart energy. Yeah.
I love that.
I think we'll need some Braveheart energy. Yes, indeed. Yeah. We will be needing some Braveheart energy coming in.
Yeah. I mean,
thank you, Gemtastic. Yes.
Yeah. This should be a good new moon overall. It's just I wouldn't commit to anything. Sagittarius is not good with commitment, so don't commit to anything.
Well, that's true too, because sometimes Sagittarians overcommit. Sometimes they commit to too much because they just want to do stuff, but they can't follow through, kind of thing. So don't commit. They are like
dreamers.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
They're dreamers, and they're not reliable friends. Like they're not ones that you can They come to hang out with you. They're gonna say, "I'm gonna be here with you for a week," and then you wake up next morning and they leave you a note. Bye, I'm gone. Yes. I gotta.
Yes.
And then you go.
Yes.
And then you embrace that. You don't say, "Oh, why did they leave?" Oh, it's my Sagittarius friend. They left me.
Okay.
They left. They found something, and so this is the approach that you need to kind of take. If something comes up, don't be stuck just because you promised something, or because you not promise something, but just because you think that's I started this, I have to finish. Maybe you don't. Why do you have to finish everything you started? Who says?
That's true.
Right?
That is
true. Remember,
that's been a release for me. I never forget. I had a friend tell me that, a practitioner, and she said, you may finish it, you may not. Because I was like, I gotta finish. She said, that's, I said, that's good. Actually,
right?
But you always feel like in this our culture, Western culture, you're a loser if you don't finish something. Start what you finish what you start. Sometimes it's like, nah, you know what? I decide to change my mind next and do someplace else.
Isn't that ridiculous? Like how much energy we waste just because we need to finish, and it's not even giving us any purpose. All these retrogrades.
Yes.
All these retrogrades are exactly for this.
Yes.
Given an opportunity to revise, are we in the right path?
Sure. Is that still working for me? And,
right.
And yes.
And own it. Like own this. I have a right to change my mind.
You sure do.
And it's okay.
Absolutely.
And it's okay.
And
tell yourself it's okay.
And don't worry about confirmation from other people. Other people will say things, and my mother used to always say to me, "Oh, what will people say?" And I said, "People are always saying something. People always. So let them say. Let them talk. You do you. Do your yeah."
I wanted to ask you something now that we talk about this. When you take a book to read or watch a movie, do you always need, when you start, do you need to finish it, or do you let it go?
Yeah, that's true. If it's not interesting, or even sometimes you like it, but you put it down, and you may pick it back up later. Or you may say, you know what, I don't like this. Like, on TV,
right?
you put up something Netflix, and you'll
Yeah,
say, oh, this is not what I wanted, and then you go to something else.
right.
So it's
Is it? I know many people when it's very hard because you invest already some energy. It's
yes,
just like in relationships and reading a
yes,
book and doing a project,
yeah,
everything. You
yeah,
already invested energy,
I do
time,
that.
money in something, and then,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I should finish because I already did it. But if it doesn't make you happy, if it doesn't have the result
Yes,
you need, just think about investing this in yourself, in your
right,
growth,
yeah,
and let it go.
yeah, and just realize that it is still a growth. I mean, you explored something,
Yeah,
and you decided, not for me. As my British friends say, I don't fancy that any longer. You don't fancy it, and I like that
yes,
phrase because
yes,
it's gentle. It's like, I don't fancy that. And that's a nice way
yeah,
to say no.
yeah.
And yeah, I've learned to, and this is something I think we're in an age right now, Jasmina, in a place right now with all that's been happening to everyone, and with our collective existence, that we actually have learned one thing, at least one thing, that we each deserve the right to determine our own sovereignty. What is good for
Yes,
us? What is good for
absolutely.
us? What's good for you, and then your children, your husband, your family. Start with that group first. Don't worry about what everybody
Mhm.
else is saying and thinking, because that's what they should be doing. That done. We need to actually take control of our lives better, as much as we can have control, and start realizing, okay, and that's what this Mercury retrograde is going to be for. This new moon is for that. The season we're in is for that.
I'm challenging myself, JeMaja, to be honest, to talk to people who have different opinions than me and beliefs. And I'm
Huge
trying
theme,
to be,
fantastic.
oh,
Something
yeah,
fantastic. It
sovereignty.
says huge theme, huge
Yes,
theme.
thing,
Yes.
sovereignty.
Hmm.
And I'm, I'm trying to stop being so judgmental, and I'm really trying to, okay, let's see, where is this person coming
Coming
from?
from
It's
right.
hard.
Yes. Yeah.
And this is the hardest thing. So I think with all this Sagittarian energy, this is in my mind, to find inner bravery, just to have like
Yes.
like
Yes.
if I can find somebody mature, not everybody, but somebody mature, who has different beliefs than me, to learn something. Maybe I can learn something. Or if for example, if I'm coming from one culture, I can't come from every culture in the
No.
world,
No.
right? Why can I let this Sagittarius new moon and this season tells us, let's connect with somebody with different culture, talk to them, to learn about them. And you can do it. You don't have to travel. You can just talk with your neighbors around you. Anyway, you can find somebody who is
Yeah.
different, coming from a different background, to
Absolutely.
understand where they're coming from. Because we are so full of prejudice, so full of so many stuff. If we want to go forward and grow as humans, we need to understand, like, I'm learning. I'm learning so much, for example, about black community in the U.S. and I'm reading a lot. Um, what kind of things they went through, the statistics,
Hmm.
the injustices, because I'm not a black person. I can never know.
Mm-mm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I can never know
Hmm.
what it is.
Hmm.
But I can talk to them. I can read. I can see. I can try to understand,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know,
Absolutely.
where they're
Absolutely.
coming from, right? So
Hmm.
that's one example. So I'm lately doing that.
Yeah.
So yeah, whatever comes in your life, the whole Asian culture is totally different than
Oh.
Eastern
Ooh.
Europeans. And we are coming
Yeah.
from this, our historical. And we
Yes.
have, you have Irish
Yes.
English, you have Serbian Croatians, you have all
Oh my
this Middle
goodness.
Easterns, you
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
so many historical
Yeah.
prejudice, and that's what I'm saying, we are born into this, right? This is our
Right.
belief system. We are born with this, and then this is what you know, and then
Yeah.
when you grow up,
Yes.
you need to experience it in your hand firsthand, as
Hmm.
Sagittarius would,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And learning things.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Yeah,
So.
I know some things I still don't understand. I'm trying. I'm telling you, I'm still very skeptical about many things in life, like to understand motives of some people and why they're doing things.
Oh yeah.
But if you're not open to it, I don't know.
Wait,
We
hold on.
never
Hold
if
on.
we
Go ahead, Mary Ellen.
new
No.
situation.
No. Yeah. I'm trying. I was trying to
It's
see.
okay.
This is the
Okay.
James, the cat down here. His mother, I think, is going by, and I wanted to stop her to come in.
Oh
Yeah,
no. I
yeah.
hope you resolve this soon.
Oh, yeah. It's gonna take
Yeah.
its time because it's these are old homes, and so
I
it's
know. I know.
yeah. So, but
Well,
I'm
yeah.
so glad we
I'm
had a
I'm
chance to at
I'm I'm
least.
done.
I'm so glad we had
Yeah.
at least a chance to get together before the new moon and stuff. So,
Absolutely. So new moon,
it's
I'm going to repeat. It's on December 1st. It's 1:21 a.m. Eastern time, so it's during the night. So we're going to wake up on Sunday morning, already into the new
into the
moon.
new moon. That's
Um,
nice. I
yeah.
like that.
So you
'Cause
can.
that's a nice
So
wake up. When you wake up into a new moon, you actually could feel it
yeah,
if you'll feel
yeah,
that possible. You feel potential, like there's a possibility of something. Yeah, it'll feel
yes,
nice.
yes, yeah. So I hope everybody thinks, big picture thinking.
Yeah.
Think about big picture.
Yes.
Think this is the
Yes.
big picture thinking.
Thinking and not so much
So
doing. Thinking or not so much committing. Not
no
so much
doing,
committing.
no committing, no
Light
doing.
on the commission, on the committing.
And,
Yeah.
and, and if you can experience something firsthand, connect with somebody, or watch a documentary, or read a book that is, or something, if you can use that energy to, as I said, re-educate ourselves, relearn
Yes. Yeah.
something,
Right.
uh, it's perfect opportunity. And then still many pieces are missing. I mentioned the jigsaw puzzle, right? So with this
Hmm.
energy,
Yeah.
we are having a jigsaw, but we're still
We
missing some
are
pieces.
missing some pieces, but they will
And
be filled in shortly. They will be
they
filled
will
in.
be, yeah. And I feel after the New Year's, we're gonna
Ye-
see more and more things. I think this
Yeah,
December is gonna be very interesting regarding
I
information,
think so
data,
too.
and
They'll
very
start filling
interesting.
in. Yeah, they can start filling in shortly. So enjoy this time. I say enjoy this
Yes,
this time.
yeah. It's
Yes.
the whole month is gonna be much easier, it's gonna be more like you will feel the vibes. It's not gonna be so intense. You're just gonna watch like a movie. I think that December is gonna be like a movie. So make a popcorn and
Okay.
just watch what's
Yeah, yeah,
happening.
I agree.
And,
I agree. Yeah,
and
that's what
so
Celeste and I are talking about. Same thing. You get your
yes.
popcorn, keep your supplies in the house, and you'll be fine.
You'll be
Yes,
fine, right?
yes,
I
yes.
have to listen. I didn't have opportunity to listen. I'm going to re-listen tonight. The two of you.
So,
I didn't have, yeah, but yeah, I'm looking forward to listening what you two have talked about because I love both of you. Excellent.
all right.
Thank you,
Thank,
JeMaja.
thank
We're gonna
you.
talk in 2 weeks before the holidays.
Yeah, yeah.
We have another new moon on the 30th of December. So this first one, so we have got two new moons in
Nice. I like
December.
that. Okay, good, good, good.
So
Excellent.
we're gonna see each other two more times
Two
before
more
end of the year.
times.
Yeah, and your birthday is also end of the year,
No,
right? Your
no,
birthday is
no.
on
I'm
the.
June. I'm Gemini.
Oh yeah, Gemini. Okay, you're Capricorn
Capricorn
rising. Oh, that's right.
rising. That's what you got.
Yeah,
Capricorn
Capricorn
rising. Yes, Capricorn
rising.
rising.
Yes, that's right.
Yes. Yeah, Libra and
I know
Libra
you have a
moon.
strong
Yeah, yeah,
Capricorn. I know you're
yes.
Gemini. What am
Yeah,
I thinking about? I
yeah.
know you're Gemini.
Yeah.
See, Mercury retrograde is messing with my
Yes.
head.
I'm so glad it's
Forget
not
it.
only me. It's only me.
I'm a Mercury
Yeah.
girl, right? So when Mercury is retrograde, I'm all over the place.
Yes, indeed.
Anyway,
I know. Me
I
too.
hope, yeah, I hope everybody find this useful and
Oh, everyone.
sending
Yes.
hugs
No, yes. Big hugs to everyone, and thanks everyone for joining
for
us.
joining
And
us.
all
Yeah,
righty.
I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna save this and make you as a collaborator so you have it.
Perfect.
At least do it here.
Excellent. Okay. Good. Good.
Excellent.
Good. All right.
Hugs and kisses. Talk to you
Bye
soon.
bye. All righty.
Bye.
Bye bye.